The new Halloween event part 2 is finally here after getting delayed an hour and then them waiting another hour to actually add the new stuff. It's finally here, and this is going to be a full guide on everything you need to know and how you're going to play it to get everything you need. And I guess just jumping right into it, this first thing is right here. It's here for an hour. I think it comes every other hour. So it comes, this thing is here, and then once it leaves, the jack-o'-lantern comes for like the 10 minutes or whatever, and then that leaves, and then there's just nothing here. And then after another 50 minutes, once that thing does leave, this comes back, and when you actually come over here, you talk to this guy. You can press how do I dig, and it will give you a little bit of an explanation on what's going on here and how you can get more digs. Because if I actually come in here, you can press the top one, let's go grave digging, and you have 10 digs down here at the bottom. You just dig, you press on the hand, whichever one you want, and if you see something, that means you want to uncover it. When you finally do uncover it, you'll get a reward. At the top right, you can see there is 4 rewards. I'm about to get the first one, but I think this, no, it counts as 1. I don't know. I seen somebody doing this and it counted as like 3 or 4, but I just got a spooky egg and now I have 6 more digs left. So I can do the same thing. I can just go to the other one. Look, I found another one actually. That was kind of lucky, but now that's fully dug. I got a spooky crate. It now says there's 2 more treasures in here, so I can keep digging. Nothing there. Dig this one, nothing there, and I'm out of digs. So now I can either spend Robux to get 5 more digs, 59 for 5, or every 5 minutes you can just wait and you'll get 1 dig. So every, what is that, like every 50 minutes you'll get all 10 of your digs back, and then you can come in here, do it again. But you also do, again, you got to remember it's only here for about 50, or no, it's here for an hour, so you'll be able to get 22 digs once the event is here. And the rewards are pretty standard. I'm pretty sure it's eggs, crates, and then I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can get the Halloween gear boxes as well. And now finally, for the second part of this event, the dead tree, you come over here, you talk to this guy. You can either ask who he is, he'll just explain himself, or just show tasks. And at the very top, you'll get 3 little quests to do, and once you finish them, you can see down here at the bottom right, you get a random reward once you complete all 3 quests. You get to claim 1 reward, and then the weeping branch is the limited time, which can be the random reward, but it's the hardest thing to get. If you press the question mark, you can see everything in here, and the weeping branch down here is a 0.5% chance. Now I have seen people test this this plant already. It's not as good as Bone Blossom. Bone Blossom is, I'm pretty sure, 200,000 base value, and then that weeping branch I'm pretty sure was 155,000 base value, so it's kind of quite a bit less. And the quests are pretty standard. It's just like the fall market, if you remember that. The quests are pretty much along the same lines. And if you go to the Halloween event, I can scroll down and actually see all the rewards. So right here, this is the digging, and these are all the rewards you can get. 20% chance for spooky egg, 15% for spooky crate, 10% for the gearbox, 7% for the crow, 7% for zombie fruit, 6% for suspicious soup, which this is this just gives you random abilities. I'll get into that in a second. 5% for goblin, and then 5% for wisp flower, 5% for a Halloween radar, which is huge. This thing is so good. 2% for hex serpent, which is another really good thing, but I'm gonna get into that in a second. 2% for mummy's hand, and then 2% for the witch's broom. And now finally, for the dead tree, the quests that you do, the rewards you can get, and also all of the quests that are here. You can see this. You can, I mean, I can go through and read everything, or you can just come here yourself and look at it all. I mean, I'll scroll through it really quick if you want to pause the video at any moment. I mean, there's just, it's pretty much the same stuff as the fall event, like I said. Instead of stuff that has to do with fall related items, it's Halloween related items. And then in here for the rewards, you can see everything, but we don't even have to look in here. We can see this in game already. It's just a bunch of stuff we already have in the game. The only actual new and interesting thing we have here is the Halloween gearbox. So just go through, farm all of these quests. You'll get everything from here that you're going to want. Again, Halloween gearbox is going to be the most important thing, because I'm going to get into that really quick. If you come over here to the ghostly gadgets shop, which is invisible for me, I don't know if it's supposed to be like this, but if you come in here, the Halloween gearbox is also in here. You can buy these. It restocks every hour, I'm pretty sure. And you can come in here to the rewards, and now the bland jelly, all this does is gives 40 XP to one of your pets, so kind of mid. The dig trinket, which is probably the most important and the best reward from here, which I've already got 16 of these boxes. I'll open a few of them to see if I can get one of the trinkets. I got a jelly, trash, don't care. That time I got a Jacko jelly, which is the same thing as the bland jelly except 100 XP, not 40. Sugar watering can, this is basically just a slightly better watering can. And then finally right here I got the dig trinket, which is what I was looking for. If you look over here down at the bottom, I'm hovering over it, it gains 1 additional dig for the grave digger. So if I hold it out, literally just click your screen, it will add 1 additional dig. So now I can come back over here to this dig guy, and instead of waiting 5 minutes, it instantly gives me 1 back, but I've already waited a minute, so I got 2 just from waiting, and then I also just got another one from the gearbox. So now I have 3 more digs. I can come in here, dig a few things up. I'm getting super unlucky. Oh, here's something right here. There's candy corn. Is it just going to give me candy corn, or am I going to get a zombie fruit? But that's all 3 of my digs gone again. But again, I have 9 more of these boxes. I could go through them, get more of them, trinket things, and get more digs. And now there is a really good way to farm these things, which I'm going to make another video on after this one. No clue when it's going to come out, so I can't say, but if you want to see it, then subscribe, turn on post notifications, so as soon as it does come out, you do see it. And now one more thing back inside the gravedigger, once you finish clearing everything out and you get all of your treasures, you can reset this either with Robux, or you can spend 1 trillion shekels. Now coming back over here to the gadgets, you can see the witch broom all the way at the bottom. It's pretty much just like the leaf blower, if you remember that. I don't have any, so I can't show you, but you just pretty much fly around the map. I mean, I do still have leaf blowers, so I can show you. It's just this exact same thing like this, except you go forward and not backwards. There's also this suspicious soup. The witch's signature dish doesn't look too appealing though, or appeasing, not appealing. And now if I come over to the Grow Garden wiki and go to the suspicious soup, if I go to the effects, it doesn't say everything that it does. It probably will in the future, so if you want to see that, you can come here later. I'll have the link in the description to the wiki. But from what I've seen, it either just gains your character size, like a 15% character size, or it lowers your character size by, again, like 15%, but it only lasts for like 20 seconds. So it doesn't really do anything game changing unless there is something that we just haven't seen yet. But then there's the Halloween radar, which again is so good. I love this thing. You pretty much pick it up, you bring it over here to your garden. I gotta get mine out. Right here, Halloween radar, it looks kind of not like a, I guess it kind of does, I don't know, but you use it next to your fruit, and look, you can see there's a lot of fruit in here that has like just normal mutations, but for the jack-o'-lantern, you need specifically only Halloween mutations, and that's exactly what the radar does. You come over here, you just press your screen, uses it, sounds out a little shockwave, and it picks up only the fruits that have Halloween mutations. So now I have literally nothing in my inventory that's going to get in the way of me doing this. So I can then take those over here to the jack-o'-lantern when he comes in the 44 minutes or whatever, and turn them all in for a bunch of rewards. And the biggest thing probably is the Halloween gearbox. You can get it from the jack-o'-lantern. That's how I got so many of them so quick. There is now also this bat collar charm, which currently is pretty pay to win. You can only get it from the shop. It costs 399 Robux. You get one of them, as well as this new ghostly dark spriggan. Pretty much just calls upon the creatures of the darkness, and it's just a weather event. It brings through more Halloween mutations, so you can get more of them. There's the pumpkin lollipop, which is the same as just a normal level up lollipop, except it only works on Halloween related pets. But now getting into the pets, the crow is the first one. It's common, it's kind of terrible, it doesn't really do much. Spooky type plants within 32 to 60 studs have a 1.4 to 3 times increase grow speed. So it's not really that useful unless something comes up maybe in the future with like some kind of crazy method. And then there's the goblin, which doesn't really help you at all, but it goes to another random player and carries them and brings them to the player who used it. But the player can jump to be released. So it's kind of just interactive with other players just to mess with them. But now the hex serpent, this is where things get interesting and actually really could possibly be really good. The player must plant 5 single harvest plants in a hex circle cosmetic. In every 12 to 4 minutes, the hex serpent will perform a ritual consuming the plants, granting random rewards. The rarer plants and better variants grant better effects. Now I don't know all of the possible rewards you can get from it. You do get this pet from getting it from the gravedigger's treasures, so you just got to get lucky. But now, like it says, you do need a hex circle cosmetic for this to even be able to work, but for some reason I can't find it. It's not on the wiki. I would be able to show you over here, but the event has gone and it's not going to be back for another like hour. But it's just a cosmetic. It looks like a hex and it has a pumpkin face in the middle. You plant it in your garden and then you put single harvest plants around it. So stuff like the I guess what is single harvest? Everything in here. The carrot is single harvest. The orange tulip is single harvest. Daffodil is. The watermelon is. Pumpkin is. Bamboo, mushrooms, and then I'm pretty sure, yeah, those are the, wait, this great pumpkin might be single harvest. I don't know, I've never had it. But the rarest one is probably just going to be the mushroom. This is the lowest or the highest rarity single harvest, unless there's some event seed that I'm not remembering. So if you use this, you put 5 of these down around the hex circle. You wait for the serpent to use his ability. He'll consume those, do the ritual thing, and then you'll get a reward. And since you're using the rarest single harvest, you should be, I mean, you could possibly get something something super good. I don't know what yet, we just have to test it, but this pet could be easily one of the best in the game. And now another thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, this dead tree, it leaves every 4 hours, and then the witch comes back with her cauldron, and then she's here for, I'm pretty sure, the same 4 hours, and then once she leaves, this comes back, and it's just a 4-hour rotation. But that is pretty much everything. That's everything you need to know about the Halloween event part 2. There's a lot of really cool stuff, some new ways to actually play. I like it. I think it's gonna be a good event. You guys could let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and hopefully we can all start farming it now a little bit better, that you know what you're doing. But that is everything. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.